especially that needle, if it, I'd rather sort of pick up that barb.
The small barb bit, yeah?
Yeah, because if it drops on that bit,
right.
that's a precious thing.
So welcome to Finds Day at A la Ronde. We're going to be showing you some flint napping. We've got some large pieces of flint here and some porcelain. The porcelain is to test the results of different nappers in a way, how they sort of start with the same starting point, so we can basically compare the results at the end. What it comes down to basically is when you're hitting the flint, you want to try and utilise the angles that are less than 90 degrees. And that's about it, because you keep laughing at me.
Don't get put off, Ed, by your audience.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I've been making here are bifaces. And, well, you can, with a large piece of flint, it'll come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. And you basically want to visualise where your central plane of your biface will be in the stone. And it's quite difficult to do, because the angles you're hitting are not always correct, and you have to create those angles by sort of utilising the correct angles in the right way to set yourself up for a future strike. Well, I'll just give you an example here. You can see that angle there is less than 90 degrees, so if we hit it sort of, this one you want to hit quite far in from the edge to get a nice big plate that comes down there. Also, the angle that you hit it has to be less than 90 degrees. And you want to sort of, for a larger flake, you want to hit more vertically into the material, and for a shorter flake, you want to hit at more of an oblique angle, sort of glancing way. Here, I really want to take off a large flake. I'm a bit worried about this chunk here, sort of stopping the energy transfer there. So I think I'll probably get a flake that just reaches about to that point. You also want to sort of scrape away the small edges, that's sort of protruding out there, and yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay, well that was bigger than intended, but it's still a good one. Basically that lump that I was talking about, the energy went underneath it, and it took off a larger flake than I thought it would. But it was still a nice, very nice flake, see? And you can now use that flake to create another tool. I mean, you can use that as it is. It's sharp enough to just use as a blade.
And does that hurt your legs doing that? If you're doing it all day?
Against my leg?
Yeah.
Well, it does actually. You've got to do it right. Especially when you're using an outlet, because you're basically stopping the momentum of the outlet against your leg, and you can often end up with a bruised leg at the end of the day. A nice big bruise all along there from multiple impacts in the antler. It can get quite painful, really. But yeah, just make sure you're not whacking your leg, and you'll be fine, really.
That sounds good. Thank you very much, Ed.
Okay.